Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. It's been a while. I've had a really busy month, but I have an errand to do this morning, so we'll go ahead and take a full self-driving on the latest 13.2.9, and we'll see how FSD does. It's a little cloudy out this morning, and it's about 6:37 a.m., so we'll be dealing with maybe some light rush hour traffic, but it's going to be all mostly freeway driving, and there will be some construction zones coming up, so we'll see how FSD behaves. So I'm currently in hurry mode, and as far as the software version, we are running 2025.14.7, and as I said, FSD version 13.2.9. So I have noticed that FSD seems to be changing lanes a little smoother. Not that it wasn't smooth before, but it just kind of feels a little more tuned. I did have an issue a couple weeks ago when the release came out, and it made a right turn, or attempted to make a right turn in a non-turning lane when it should have just been going straight. Probably go through the videos and you can see that on my channel. I have noticed in the different forums that some people have experienced where FSD will interpret black lines or shadows on the road as obstacles, and will then try to avoid those obstacles. I'm not sure if I've experienced that fully yet. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but we'll see how it goes. Here's that construction area that I was talking about. It's definitely not obeying the speed limit of 60 miles per hour in a construction zone. Granted, I am in hurry mode, but nonetheless, it should still obey those things. Getting a left lane, a couple vehicles in front of me. I guess in a scenario where there's full traffic, it would be okay to do this. One thing I will have noticed is that it obviously tries to center itself in the lane, but I can kind of feel it. I can kind of feel it move left to right a little bit more so than I did before. The illustration here might show that a little bit, but it does feel like it's not sure about staying dead center in the lane. And that's just probably subjective. I'm not sure if there is any hard evidence to prove that that's happening, but I kind of feel that, if that makes any sense. And I have noticed that taking a couple different off ramps, usually ones that go in a full circle, they do feel a little more cautious. Like it's going a little slower than what I would do, and it's trying to decide on whether or not it should hug the lane or not. Here we had a zipper merge. That was fine. We didn't have any cars in our way to merge, so that's good. Usually when that does happen, I get honked at, so it's good to see that zipper merge was just fine. So far? Seems more little rush hour type traffic. Alright, so slow down, should probably move over. See what that seems like to do. Alright, so we're going over, speeding a little. To be honest, the highway driving is pretty awesome, and usually not going to come across any incidents in my experience so far. Most of the incidents that I've had to do on local streets and intersections and things like that. So with this update, they've said that they have adjusted the attention span monitoring, or the attention monitoring, I should say. I can't say that I noticed much of a difference. It could be that it's been adjusted. I feel like it's still not enough time that it gives you to look away. I feel like anytime you do look away and you're doing something, if your eyes look back at the road, that should reset that time frame. Like, even if it's just a millisecond that your eyes look at the road, so that you can continue doing what you're doing on the screen. If they can do something like that, I think that would be more acceptable and less noticeable by people using it. Maybe we could test that out real quick, how long it would take. So I'm going to start looking at the screen in just a second here. All right, looking at the screen. Let's see how long it takes. There we go. That wasn't too bad, I guess. Maybe that is an improvement. Now in hurry mode, as you saw, it was kind of camping that whole time in the left lane, and it's supposed to get off. Oh gosh, I thought it might have been that exit. Thank goodness. It's like that was cutting it short if it was. So you got exit coming up in about a mile or so. So it could be that it knows that there's an upcoming exit, that it's now in this right lane, which I would prefer that it does even in hurry mode, is to pull over and stay out of the left lane if there's no traffic, because in most states the left lane is strictly for passing. There's nuns on the side of the road. How often do you see that in your day? I feel like that's how a John Candy movie might start. Currently at 37%, 101 miles on the battery here. Oh, that's not fair. See, that was a lot faster in nagging me about the tension. Man, yeah, that's annoying. That I feel like it's not. I'm looking at the road, and that's the thing, is it nags you immediately if you take your eyes off, but once you put your eyes back on, it like doesn't register that immediately. Alright, so here's one of those loop off ramps. And as I said earlier, when it does these types of off ramps, it kind of feels like there's a little hesitation. I mean, it's not super noticeable. Right here, it kind of hit the brake there for a second. off ramp here. So right now it's in the right lane. It needs to get into that center lane. Let's see if it does it. And it did not. Okay. Okay, so as you saw right there, it attempted to make a right turn, or excuse me, a left turn in a right turn only area. So we'll just make our U-turn right here. But that was dangerous. It should not have done that. It would have gone in a one-way only road there. So that's interesting. So I actually did this drive last night, and it ended up moving over to the correct lane, but a little late. And that was at night. So surprisingly, in full daylight, well, I guess dawn, it made that huge mistake. It should not have done that. So cool. For what I thought would be an uneventful drive, clearly there was something major with that. In any case, cool. I'm almost at my destination, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you guys next time.